Hello, and welcome to the second game of this limited Sabbat Chronicle, a bit of Ultraviolence. As a warning, this is an adult game dealing with dark and potentially triggering subject matter. If something feels like too much for you, feel free to take a break, skip a scene, come back later, or whatever's best for you. So with that said, we're going to get straight to it and meet our cast once again, and we're going to start off with Ellie.
Hi everyone, I'm Ellie and I'm playing Christina, the La Sombra.
And then we have got Zach.
Hi there, I'm Zachary Vaudo playing Dante Edmonds, the Misty.
And Andrew.
I am Andrew, I'm playing Ezra Cohen, the Ventrue.
And Sam.
Hey everyone, I'm Samantha McLarty and I am playing Right, because I always am, the Malkavian.
Wow. And our special guest for tonight, we have got Matt.
Hi, I'm Matt Webb and I'm playing Mr. Fields, the Ventrue.
And I am your storyteller for this evening, Lex. So let's get started. When we left our pack last week, they had met their somewhat mysterious contractor, Larkin, and received their hit list. They took out the unfortunately named and unfortunately fated pair, the Ventrue Primogen. And along the way, there was plenty of chaos, murder, sexual tension, threats, banter, and just a hint of dominate. Tonight, they've chosen to make their way to the Westfield Towers, the building they could see in the distance rising above everything else in the city. That's where Larkin's hit list says that they'll find the Ventrue Primogen, Mr. Fields. So let's rejoin the pack in their stolen getaway car, I believe where we left them. So, Christina, I think you were driving.
Yes, I was driving. I very much have a lead foot and I do not use my turn signals.
Can I get a drive roll from you?
Absolutely. Because I just drive?
No, we'll go with Dex drive.
Good, because I would like to have a dice in this fight.
If you have no dice, we just rock, paper, scissors for it.
The tables have turned, Ellie.
2 successes, 1 a crit.
2 successes? All right, let's see how the people of the city are driving tonight.
Fantastic.
Oh, shit.
All right. Well, apparently. So, Christina's driving, it depends how you like to look at driving. It's either exactly how you like it, or it leaves a lot to be desired. As she is careening around corners, going the wrong way up runways, or one-ways, wrong ways around roundabouts. This is a mad woman driving, and there are definitely a few narrow misses along the way as you hear the telltale screech of tires and horns honking, and a lot of swearing being directed your way, lots of fists out windows.
You know, Christina, I don't mean to alarm you, but I think you might have run that red light back there.
That's fine. It's just a suggestion.
Oh, Dante, you missed a spot down here. He's still a little bumpy right here. You gotta make him flat.
Oh, dear, you're correct. And I'm going to continue to fleshcraft the bodies that Christina had shoved into the back of this car down into floorboards. Nice and even.
And I'm just like not paying attention to any of this. I've got the list that we got from Larkin. I'm just kind of like reviewing over it again, just making sure that none of the names popped out to me in any way, or like that I had any sort of memory about, particularly about this Mr. Fields.
You do not know Mr. Fields in particular, but there is actually one name on this hit list that you recognize personally. You recognize, I believe the name on it is Nikolai, the sheriff.
Of course. I'm just kind of muttering to myself. I'm like, this motherfucker would.
What was that?
Oh,
What
just
did you say?
talking to myself, looking over the situation we got to get through tonight.
But come on, sharing is caring.
Who said we cared?
Well, that's very fair. They don't really care very often. That's why they're kind of assholes.
I mean, give it time. Anything can change, but my money's on no. Not much caring happening tonight. But
Okay, so how about this? Instead of sharing is caring, how about you just tell us? Because, we're in this together, and the more information we know, the easier it is for us to make sure that you survive the night.
you know what? You make a good argument, and I don't say that too often. So, sure.
Well, she is right.
This guy.
Always.
That's what I hear. Don't let it go to her head. This guy right here, Nikolai, the sheriff, if you will. I know a little bit about him,
Ooh. Is it personal?
Storyteller, is it personal?
Yeah, it's pretty personal. You and he came to a bit of a knockout, drag-out fight a few years ago, and you both definitely left licking your wounds a little more than either one of you would have liked to admit.
Here's the thing, it's not going to be difficult. I've dealt with this guy before, and between the two of us, it wasn't too difficult, but I believe between this wonder crew we have here, especially you, Freaky Face, and I just gesture generally to let anyone decide who I'm talking about. I think we can handle this. Like, don't worry about it. Do as a pushover.
Dante looks at Christina, offended on her behalf, and then goes, "Whatever you say."
And
But anyway,
Wright's gonna
that's
lean
not-
over to Dante, and she's like, he wasn't talking about me, was he?
I'm uncertain.
But that's neither here nor there. We're gonna get to him when we get to him. But right now we gotta focus on what Mr. Pasture here? No, Mr. Fields. Did anyone even ask Larkin before we left? Like, who's gonna be there? We're going out into all this fucking blind.
I think that was the
think
point.
that
It's
was
supposed
the
to be a bit of a
point.
surprise.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, we want him to be blind, but this is, I would say we
I
could do
think
some
that's the
reconnaissance,
point
but
of
we're kind of like
us.
squealing through the streets right now, so.
I imagine if he could do it without just like throwing shit at the wall and seeing what sticks, he wouldn't have called us.
He didn't even know who was coming with the Nosferatu. We were supposed to go scouting beforehand, so I imagine he's a little bit on the wing.
Yeah, he's trying to put us on the outs, just to stir up a little shit and see what he can do when it all settles. But either way, oh god! And I kind of yank to the side as like she rounds the corner, like fishtailing around. I'm like, all right, well, I think we're fairly close at this point, right?
Well, it's a rather
And
large
it's like
town.
you've never been in traffic before.
I've never been in traffic like this before. I'll tell you that.
She's not going through traffic. She's going around it.
Exactly.
She's doing all sorts of things to it. That's for sure.
Everyone is wearing their seatbelts, right?
No.
Safety first.
She grabs her seatbelt. Yes.
I firmly believe Dante was wearing his seatbelts.
Absolutely. It's the law.
Are we sure Dante didn't make a seatbelt out of floor
to ask.
guys?
No, the seatbelt came with the car. The cushion on the seatbelt, however.
All right. So yes, you are in fact very close to the Westfield Towers. So there is a parking garage underneath it, or you can just pull up out front. There is a metered street parking that says, 2-hour maximum, 9 a.m. to 5 p.m.
I am going to take street parking, opposite side of the street, 2 blocks down.
Okay. It's pretty easy, actually, to find street parking in this area at this time of night. This is more of a businessy sort of district, so it's, other than the cars that are out, there's not a lot of people really about, and it's definitely an affluent sort of neighborhood, so there's not even a lot of street life here. They've got those benches that have the, spikes installed on them, so no one can use them in any way, shape, or form. This is not the area of town for riffraff. Pointed look at all of you.
Riffraff is a coded word for homeless people. I don't like it.
That makes me sad.
It's gonna take Christina quite a bit to parallel park, though.
About halfway through, I just open the door of the car as it's going like this, and I just kind of step out and slam it and just kind of stand off to the side waiting.
You're not gonna direct her how to...
No.
Fucking Ventrue, they're so impatient all the time.
Really? I'm just trying to get into this spot anyway.
And he could be helping, but no, he's just gonna stand there.
Like, if he would just tell me if I was about to hit that car, but it's not like I really care. This isn't even my car. Like, that dude's insurance.
Just hit it, then it's no big deal.
All right.
And you do bumper to bumper into this rather expensive Bentley that's parked out front.
Amazing. And I'm going to park, get out of the car, and yeah, I'll take the keys with me.
Yeah, I will make it a point to really step on those floor mats as I'm getting out of the car as well.
They feel nice. High quality floor mats.
You did such a good job, Dante. I'm so impressed.
Well, thank you. I do take pride in my work.
You could have helped, Ezra. Just saying. And I'm going to walk down the street.
It looked like you had everything under control.
Oh, because I helped her.
I have faith in you. I don't know why you would want me to question you. You're fairly competent, that's obvious.
You're doing that thing I've heard about where you, like, agree with somebody because you're being, what is the word?
Kitty?
Yeah! I was going to say cheeky, but that works too.
You know, take your pick, but I think we should be on our way.
After you.
Yeah, already on my way.
Are we heading straight up to the building? Are we doing any scouting beforehand?
As I walk up, I do want to keep an eye out.
I'm staying on the opposite sidewalk and just kind of looking around before I do any shadow stuff.
It's pretty empty on the streets this time of night. There are still cars going by, but it's definitely got that sense of if you're out here at this time of night, you're probably just on your way to somewhere else. No one is coming to the business district at, 1:30 in the morning on a Tuesday or whatever day you think it is.
And how does the building look? Does it look like looking up it, are there lots of lights on, or is it just kind of like sparse windows lit, and how's the lobby looking?
So it's a massive building looking up at it. It is at least 10 floors taller than the next closest building to it. The lights aren't on every single floor, but the lights are definitely on in quite a few of the offices that appear to be inside. Your hit list, though, does mention something specific about this building that you can't tell yet from the outside. Your hit list mentions that the inside is actually completely empty.
Okay.
So it's all glass front. Sorry,
I was just noticing there is a garage I noticed as we were coming up. There might be a way to go down before we come up.
You should check it out. Oh, you're meaning Christina go check it out.
Oh, I mean anybody, but she does seem, particularly suited for this sort of move.
Fair point.
I mean, when you're right, you're right.
I am.
I am going to... Oh, I gotta roll for this. Let me roll my stealth. And... Okay. That is going to be 4 successes to stealth through the shadows into the parking deck and just checking for cars, any signs of life, anything like that.
There are still a couple of cars down here, not many. There is also one very bored-looking valet in like the full valet getup, who's sitting next to a board that has about 3 or 4 sets of keys on it, and he's just kind of kicked back playing on one of those devices the kids have nowadays.
Is there one car in here that looks much nicer than all the others?
No, all the cars down here look very, very nice.
Okay. How many of them are there?
You can see like 3 based on the keys next to him. There might be another one somewhere else down here, but it's pretty sparse. There's like 3 right close to him, and that's all you can really see. unless you want to like search.
So I can see that he's got like 3 sets of keys.
Yeah, he's got one of those boards where they hang the keys up with the tags next to him, and there's like 3 keys right up at the top, and then like one more set of keys kind of midway down the board. And there's one that looks like it's like a Jag, another one that looks like it's like a BMW. Like, they all seem to be pretty nice cars. There's nothing that's just like a Honda.
I am going to do a proper sweep, since I did decently on my stealth. I'm going to do a proper sweep, and to each car, I am going to take the keys of the other car that I have, and I am going to puncture 3 tires on every car, because insurance will cover it at 4.
Oh my god. Nasty.
We don't need to risk any possibility of him escaping in a car.
So the 3 cars that are lined up there are, oh, my camera out of focus. There we go. The 3 cars that are lined up there are pretty easy to get to. When you get to the closest one to this valet and puncture like the second tire and the car kind of goes off to one side, the valet looks up from his game and is like, what the fuck? And is about to get up and start coming to see what's going on.
Yeah, nope. Go in the opposite direction.
Sounds good. Gonna give him a minor attempt to see if he spots anything. But he's real stupid. So as he comes around, he like goes to look and the game in his hand bledeedles, so he's like, oh cool, a Jigglypuff, and does not continue his search and returns to his seat. It appears he has decided that this problem is outside of his scope.
I am going to finish. After that, I'm only going to do 2 tires on each car, and it's going to be like diagonal from each other so that it doesn't throw off the balance of the car. I'm going to do that to every car.
Sounds good. Out of curiosity, Christina, does your character have any resources on her sheet?
Resources. Well, my 3rd page ain't loading, so I think the answer's no.
Didn't seem like your kind of jam anyway. Perfect. So yeah, this is a fabulous plan. You go about your business, you get all the tires handled.
I don't like how you said that. I have 1 dot of contacts. That's it.
No worries. That is
Okay.
not relevant to this particular
Yeah.
tire stabby moment. Yep. Tires appear to go flat. You head on your way. Once you've done that, once you've hit all 4 of the cars, are you heading back out onto the street?
I'm gonna head out to the side, like where I can't be seen as coming out from the parking deck, just like kind of around to the side. I'm just gonna step out just enough for them to see my bright hoodie. Just give a thumbs up.
You all see this?
I've been standing there just like squeezing the little keychain that I took off of Pear, just letting the eyes go. Yeah, just...
Well, I guess that means we're good to go. Shall we?
I think so.
Oh, yay.
I mean, we don't even know. She says, okay, sure, fine. Yeah, let's find out. Let's find out. Let's go.
You want to
Let's
go
see.
check first? Make sure?
No. I'm just used to typically a higher level of communication and planning, but I get the sense that we're very much going to be a, hit it and quit it kind of squad tonight, so...
I think
That's
so.
kind of the point, wasn't it? Like...
different ways to accomplish similar tasks. It's fine. Let's go.
Uh-huh.
Okie dokie.
And, she'll start walking towards, where Christina is.
Likewise.
Are we heading back down to the parking garage, or are we going in the main lobby? You can see the lobby from where you guys are. Christina can't quite see it from where she is while she's standing by the parking garage.
I think we're meeting up with her first.
Yeah, in the parking garage, I see a sign that was like, kind of like how they do in parking garages, where it's like third floor skywalk into building, or like third floor access, whatever that. Like, did I see a sign that indicated I can get into the building from the parking deck?
Yes, it is right behind the valet.
Okay.
Now, I know that our friend Larkin said that the recently deceased pair is not particularly popular with the others, but do we want Mr. Fields to possibly see a familiar face first, or do we want to just introduce ourselves?
I think whether he's popular or not is off-putting enough to be worth a try.
Oh, are you gonna do the thing again?
I probably am.
Damn it! I don't like
and then
that
squeezing
face.
it. I succeeded my rouse check, and using Trophy Hunter, my appearance, but not my voice, shifts to the Nosferatu Pearl. So his jaw slacks to the side again. Since I'm not wearing Pearl's usual clothes, I just pull the hood up over to like kind of like mask it a little bit. Okay. Well, we can maybe see if he'll allow us in this way. Perhaps. And I'll walk towards the main lobby.
You have the froggy keychain?
Squeeze.
You might want to keep doing that. It sells it.
I do.
All right. So you said you're heading towards the main lobby?
Yeah. If Pearl's ever showed up here, then this will be easy. If not, then whatever.
Sounds good. So with yours, you are still wearing Dante's clothing, though. It's not like an obfuscate thing. You're
right. Yeah. It's not. Yeah, I'm wearing his clothing, but it's just this coat, and I pulled the hood up over it just so it looks like maybe Pearl is like trying to mask the face a little bit.
Perfect. All right. So you start heading into the lobby, and this lobby is immaculate. It is marble floors, glass amenities, everything is shiny, everything is new, everything is very, very fancy. Can I actually get a quick wits and awareness from you, Dante?
Yes. That is 3 successes.
3 successes? All right. So you can't see them, but it seems likely that a building like this would have security cameras or some other sort of surveillance equipment.
I'm counting on it.
At a cursory glance, you don't happen to see anything. But there is a receptionist desk right in the front. But the person behind it does not appear to be any kind of receptionist you are familiar with. He is a very large man in a very expensive suit that can kind of only just barely contain his massive arms and shoulders. Despite being behind a reception desk, this looks like security.
And so I will follow the rules and like with like hood up, head down, like walk towards security, like looking like I'm trying to, not show off my very Nosferatu face right now.
And the man behind the desk starts to look up and he's like, "Can I help you?" Whoa, oh. I'm sorry, that was rude. Can I help you?
I'm used to it, and I try to put on Pearl's voice. I need to speak to Mr. Fields. Is he in tonight?
Is Mr. Fields expecting you?
I don't think so. This is a bit of a urgent matter, though.
All right, and what was your name?
Pear.
All right, just a minute. And he starts to reach out for a phone on the desk.
Mm-hmm.
He picks up the phone, he puts it to his ear, and Mr. Fields, the phone in your office begins to ring.
I pick it up.
I'm sorry to bother you, sir. There's a gentleman in the lobby here for you, Mr. Did you say Pear?
Pear, like the fruit.
Mr. Pear, like the fruit.
Ah, Mr. Pear is here. What a unlikely situation. What does he want?
What was your business tonight, sir?
I received some news that I need to share before things go terribly south. Our side venture. I put like extra emphasis on side venture.
He says it has to do with your side venture, sir. That he received some information in regards to it?
Put him on.
Of course, sir, of course. He'd like to speak with you.
Okay, and still doing like the best approximation of Pear's voice. I just put the phone in my ear, but instead of talking, I just start breathing heavy first.
Mr. Pear, it is a glorious honor to speak with you as always. However, this is not a secured line. How urgent is it?
That's why I'm referring to things as I do.
Just making sure. Is the situation under control? And what do you need from me?
A bit of a heads up, as it was.
I see.
As this is not a secure line, would you like to possibly meet me down here, or I can meet you up there?
Why don't you meet me up here?
Okay.
I'll send the elevator.
Okay, thank you.
Storyteller, can I make a perception check to see if I believe any of that?
Oh my goodness, yes you may.
Okay.
Or if I'm even doing a good enough impression.
Yeah. I'm gonna say that your impression's pretty good since you actually crafted your face to have his kind of speech anomalies. But Mr. Fields would be familiar with Pear, so we're gonna see whether he's smart enough to see through it.
All right.
So is it wits plus investigation or something of that nature, or
Insight?
Insight?
Yeah, let's
yes.
And that would be with insight.
Yeah.
Should I be rolling any kind of subterfuge against this, or is it just pure does he recognize it?
We're gonna go with pure does he recognize you on this one.
3 successes.
3 successes? So you're actually surprised by how good of an approximation this is, Mr. Fields, but since you have some of the other things we were chit-chatting about on the side, you are not taken in by this.
I'm still sending the car down.
Fabulous.
Or the elevator car, as it will.
Fabulous.
So I just I hand the phone back to the security guy, making sure for like my hand to bump into his as I hand him the phone back.
He takes the phone and he puts the phone down, and real quick you can see him kind of rub his hand off on his pants. He's trying to be subtle about it, but not like trying real hard to be subtle about it.
Squeeze the frog. And just really quick, I just pull up my phone, just text to the others. I put everybody into a group already in my phone. I just say going up.
All right, so with that, we're going to hop over to you 3 who are waiting outside. So you see this in silence, this silent tableau of Dante walking up to the desk, this man obviously having a pretty visceral reaction to the way he looks, and then the phone call. And we'll pick up from just before Dante texts you.
There's no way that we're gonna get to go up with him. There's cameras in there. There's all sorts of shit. If we want to have any kind of subtlety, here's the thing I know about people like Mr. Fields. They don't like doing shit for themselves. If he's up on some special floor, some penthouse, some secure place, people who clean ain't coming up that main fucking elevator. There's another way up there. My bet is it's through service tunnels, service access, which we can probably get through, through the garage. So I hate to leave Dante, strung out to dry, but I don't know the guy, so I really actually don't hate it. But I think our best chance would be to split up a bit and see if we can't take him by surprise while Dante does his
Okay, so wait. I have a question for you, because since, I totally agree with you that gotta be another way up and nobody just goes up the elevator. But have you ever seen, there's this movie called Slevin, and basically the way he gets into the impenetrable towers, he gets them to bring him up by doing really bad things and making them kind of take him captive, and then tables turn and blah 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 blah. So we could go that route, and Dante's already started.
Honestly, there's a lot of appeal to me in that too. I'm kind of Christina. What do you feel? What are you thinking?
And there's gonna be stairs.
Great, cool. So
How
I think
is
we go with
Ezra
Wright's
dressed?
idea.
How is Ezra dressed?
I'm actually dressed like this, so it's like a kind of deep button Henley, very clean, very like sharp and modern. Like you wouldn't be surprised if you saw it like at a club or something with this kind of sharp white vest. It's like ripped sleeves, but it doesn't look like grungy. It looks very intentional, very expensive. Like someone in a really nice sweatshop cut these sleeves off.
Sorry.
Perfect. So, yeah. So, my thought, since you look like a tech mogul, Silicon Valley fuck, is, you go in, like you have a meeting, but you're a little drunk, so you don't know who it is. Really just get anybody, and we'll just be hired ladies of the night.
Now, Christina, you know that I respect your opinion. I mean, you know that. You know just how
No, you
much I
don't.
respect your opinion. I mean, the sheer extent. You understand. We've been clear about that. That's a shitty fucking idea. And here's why.
You know what? I don't get
Well, look-
paid for my ideas.
I believe that. One strange thing has already happened with Mr. Fields tonight. Bubbly face over there. Two strange things. I mean, one might get by him.
I
Two,
don't mean
in one
ask for
night?
Mr. Fields, numbnuts.
I mean, just
I mean,
wander in
ask
there
for
and just
somebody
be
else. There were a
drunk.
lot of nice cars.
Did you get any of their names?
Storyteller?
Did they have personalized license plates?
No, that's why I said you go in drunk and be like, I don't remember what office number he is. The one that drives the really nice Beamer.
You know what? If it's really important to you,
Not that important to me, my God.
oh, I mean, it was
We're
your
apparently
idea. I
all
felt like if
throwing
you,
out ideas. I don't know why mine's the big deal now.
You just seem very passionate about it. I want you to engage with your passions and maybe find something you're good at.
I don't know why you're acting like this with me right now, and it's really suspicious.
That is a very strange turn. And sorry, pause, Sam. You were talking to Storyteller.
Nope, go ahead. Got it handled. You're good.
Okay.
Keep going. This is great.
We're having one of these moments again, and I feel like we're just gonna keep having them where we just kind of like get into this really strange tension thing and nothing actually gets done. But I'd love to explore this later with you, but I do feel like we need to make a decision, and I just don't know where your idea gets us, and I don't think it gets us very far.
Then do yours.
That was literally my. Okay, fine. We're gonna do my plan.
So, Wright has already started walking towards the building because she saw the guard do the hand wipey thing. Like, that was disgusting, and that's just fucking rude. So, Wright has already started walking, and she's got that look on her face that she got the last time.
So as Wright starts walking towards the building, everyone gets the ding of Dante's text that he is heading up.
Okay.
Right, you're still...
Who's the fucking
Striding
green
ahead.
bubble? Like, which one? Oh, of course.
Yeah, he doesn't
Okay.
have an iPhone, and neither do I. You know that.
Yeah. Very, very cool. Where's Wright? What the? Oh God, she's doing the.
Yep.
I feel like both of our plans are now out the window.
Yeah, to be honest, I'm gonna shadow cloak and just like fuck off.
Ezra, you are left standing there alone, exasperated.
Shit. And I start kind of like quick walking after Wright. Can I say I catch up with her kind of like right at the doors?
Sure, yeah, I mean, Wright's not sprinting. She's just walking with purpose.
And as I get up to you, if it's okay, I kind of like take your arm in mine. I'm just kind of like, I guess we're doing Christina's idea. You want to follow my lead? You look a little hungry.
Was actually thinking about doing, you know what? That's probably a better idea. What I was gonna do was probably not gonna help our situation at all. I was intending on taking his head, but I mean, sure, let's do your idea. Why not?
You know,
Her idea.
take it. Let the spirit lead you, whatever spirit that might be.
Oh, good.
And I guess we kind of like open the door, and I'll do exactly what Christina said, and I'll just kind of like be hanging on Wright's arm, just be like, holy.
Question again: are these fluorescent lights?
Ooh.
These would probably be, I think in the expensive buildings they have LED lights now, all to be, eco-friendly and so on and so forth. Plus, it's just a more pleasant mood lighting.
Okay, good. I'm not smoking then.
Wright is not smoking.
And I have shadowed my way into the stairwell to just make my way up.
All right. So sorry, you're in the, did you go down to the parking garage?
Yeah, I went
to
back through the parking garage, seeing how bright the lobby was, went back through the parking garage and into the stairwell.
All right. So you're going to be making your way up in the stairwell. We're going to deal with the lobby people for the time being.
Yeah, it's going to take me a while.
Yeah, currently you are Shadow. So Wright and Ezra, Dante, you are standing there. The phone has just gone down. The text has just gone out. And quicker than you were expecting, Wright and Ezra are coming in through the doors, almost as if they were already walking this way when the text came through.
I continue to interact with the security guard like I'm not expecting somebody to come in.
And the security guard is like, if you just want to make your way over to the elevators on the... And what is your business tonight?
Now I turn around and go, huh? No.
And he's looking at the two of you, apparently exasperated. This seems to be more people than he is used to dealing with.
Our business? Oh.
Yes.
Oh, okay. I will tell you. Just, it's a secret, so just... Shh. And I'm gonna get closer, and when I get closer, I have my little retractable blade, and I'm gonna pop it and swipe right at that head.
All right. Let's go ahead and get a dex melee, I guess that would be, from you to see. Are you aiming for his face, his throat?
His throat. Just I'm trying to take the head off.
How big is the knife?
It's a retractable, like a Ronin blade.
Okay.
As she's doing the close-up thing, I just start walking towards the elevator. So I have some plausible deniability of not seeing this happen.
All right.
Dante, do you have any weapons on you out of curiosity?
I am the weapon.
Do you have any other weapons on you? Say something that might set off a metal detector, perhaps.
Oh, no.
For example.
No. Well, I'm wearing these, but they're not like metal, they're brass.
Yeah. Perfect. Okay.
6.
6?
Mm-hmm.
So this large man is taken completely off guard by this swipe of the knife. Whatever he was expecting, it definitely wasn't to get throat stabbed 4 seconds into this conversation. So he is leaned forward being like, what? When the knife just slits right across him, and while it's not deep enough to decapitate him for sure, there is instantly a gout of blood across this beautiful white marble desk. And he leans forward and he's choking on his blood. Dante, are you still heading towards the elevators, or are you stopping for this?
No, I'm heading towards the elevator. I'm acting because I haven't seen this, so I'm just continuing, because unless he makes a loud noise, I can continue to act like I haven't seen this.
And the noises he's making are not loud, but they're certainly loud enough that you can hear them without question as he chokes on his own blood across this desk.
That's up for debate as I continue to walk towards the elevator.
Sure is.
And as soon as she swipes and he starts to gurgle, I just immediately meet his eyes and just go, shh.
And he's... Zach or whomever is good with rules. With ghouls and stuff, is there
There's a contested roll there.
Okay, perfect. Ta.
As they are technically not human.
Let's find out.
I have a thing about rude people.
You sure do. Was that a compel or a mesmerize, Ezra?
I was just gonna do compel, just kind of like a single directive.
Perfect. Can I get a charisma dominate from you, please?
3 successes.
3 successes. So it takes effect in very, very quick order. He does not appear to have the mental fortitude to fight back against it. And if you weren't already also monstrous, it would be a really hard moment to see as this man tries to gurgle and cry out as his life bleeds away across the desk, and instead all he can do is stare up at Ezra in fear and forced silence.
Smile and nod at him.
And he kind of starts to lean forward, and can I get a... Right, are you still paying attention as well? Or have you already kind of moved on from this?
I'm looking down at him, and I'm just like, next time, don't be rude.
Let's get a wits and awareness from both of you, please. Dante, at this point, you're going to be getting onto the elevator.
I'm getting onto the elevator, but I'm just like being slow about it. Just like keep track of like, does it say what floor I'm going to? Things like that.
Also, Christina's going to realize she has no idea where she's going and is going to text Dante and go, "Where am I going?"
Which is why I'm moving slowly.
All right, so while we deal with your 2 wits, Dante, when you are in this elevator, this is a beautiful elevator, as beautiful as the lobby. It is polished mirror. It's absolutely massive. It's playing this wonderfully irritating music that all elevators have. And there is 64 floor buttons and then a penthouse button. And the penthouse button is already lit up.
Naturally, as I'm looking at that, I'm like looking around the elevator. I just have a foot in the door, like I forgot to step all the way in, just to prolong this as long as possible. It's like, oh. Just so the door doesn't immediately close and send me up.
All right, so you're gonna get the text from Christina.
Okay. I just look at my phone. I just hit P and send it back.
So, Christina, you get that text. Ezra and Wright, how did we do on our roll?
6 critical.
6 critical?
7 critical.
Goddamn. All right. So, despite the fact that he is bleeding out right in front of you, this man reaches back with a very practiced grip and brings out a large, large handgun. You both got such good rolls that you can see him coming around. His moves are obviously not as smooth as they would have been if he wasn't currently dying directly in front of you.
And then that would probably, he's on the ground, right?
He's kind of slumped forward over this desk, so he's still standing, but he would be leaned a little lower than both of you. Basically,
can I grab it?
Yeah, you'll have to lean over him to grab it, but his other hand you can still see gripping onto the edge of this desk.
All right, I would like to try to lean over to grab it, and as I do, I'm just going to whisper in his ear, "Forget who you are. Forget everything. You are nothing. You never existed. You were a figment of your imagination."
All right.
And I'm going to do the thing again.
Before you do that, because you're going to get your chance to do that one way or the other, let's just see if you get a hold of the gun.
Okay.
Can I get a dex and... Let's call it a dex and brawl, since you are grabbing him, technically.
All right.
Okay.
6. Not critical.
6.
Yeah.
Not critical? All right. So, a few things happen all at once. Dante, the elevator doors begin to shut.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I know your foot is in it, so they kind of go, ding! But you can see they're starting to do this. You're about to be standing in the middle of an elevator doing the ding thing.
I'm going to let it do it like twice before I realize I moved my foot, just to try to give them a chance, but if they don't, then they don't.
So on the second ding, what's about to happen happens at the same time. right? You lean forward, and you think you get hold of the gun. And you start to do your forget everything. So go ahead and make that roll for me.
Okay. I passed that, and then it is since it would be versus composure and resolve.
Composure and resolve, thank you.
Mm-hmm.
What?
Do you want me to just take half?
No, I will take your roll for that, because he did not do that poorly.
Okay. Well, I got a 10 critical on that one.
Okay, he didn't do that well. But
like my
taking
best
half
roll.
would have been a bad idea.
Gotcha.
So you start telling him, what was it, forget who you are, forget everything?
Mm-hmm. He doesn't
So-
exist. He's a figment of his imagination.
So you say this, and you've got your hand on his, and because you're busy concentrating on what you're doing to his head, you don't notice the fact that his arm tightens. Ezra, a gun goes off that is pointed at you currently. I don't believe you have any celerity or anything like that, do you?
No,
You're
that
muted.
would have been a good idea.
Fortitude?
Yeah, I got a lot of fortitude going on. Got resilience, toughness, and defy bane.
Perfect. So he manages to fire at you, but it is not a very good shot between everything that's going on here.
Dude's got a lot
so
going on in his life right now, you know?
Dude is
What
having
life?
a rough Tuesday night. So the gun goes off and it grazes you and cuts a hole through the very expensive fabric of the right arm of your shirt. Dante, a gun goes off as the doors ding into your foot for the second time.
I jump backwards and like stumble back towards the back of the elevator, and I'm planning on using this as I let the elevator doors just shut.
The elevator doors shut, and the elevator doors shut, and then they open again.
Storyteller, can I activate the lobby intercom?
You most certainly can.
Impressive but sloppy.
Oh.
No,
Was
I
it
agree with
entertaining
I mean,
for you?
I'm not arguing.
Please let me
Can I
up
hear
before-
that from the stairwell?
This is taking place. Did you immediately start heading up to that penthouse?
Yeah, as soon as I got his text.
Then no, you will not be hearing the
Okay.
intercom go off.
Gotcha.
Sorry,
Please
please
let me
continue.
up.
Do be quiet. So, question. Anarch or hand?
What exactly would make you think that we were either of those? I mean, I'm kind of an independent contractor here.
I see. And independent contractors operate in groups.
Oh, no, we're not actually together.
Last I heard, the Banu Hakim have given up that particular thing. So, the question remains, as far as the people leading an assault upon the Ventrue Primogen, however ham-fistedly,
Oh, shit, you're the we are in the wrong place. Damn. Sorry about your dude here. My bad.
I just start pushing the penthouse button over and over again.
Nothing is happening.
We were supposed to be going after a prince. Thought this might be his dig. Oops.
do you want where the prince is?
I mean, that depends. Why would you
Because-
tell us where the prince is?
Why wouldn't I?
You're Primogen, aren't you supposed to be like loyal and shit?
Do you honestly believe that? Oh, you dear sweet summer child.
What can I say?
What do you want?
Well,
Now I'm interested.
I would like this replaced because this was very expensive and it's got fucking blood and holes in it
That's
now.
what passes for expensive now? Dude, God.
Can we
You've been up
trade?
in your fucking box for too long, man. Come on.
Can we trade? Can I give you
That's
him and get somebody else to finish this, please? Because that's what I've been dealing with the entire time.
Why don't we stop being cheeky with one another and you tell me what you want? You could also kill the Nosferatu Primogen. He's currently cowering in the elevator.
Was he on our list?
And when she says list, I just kind of like, I don't make a show of it. But I'm just like, oh my god. And I'm just like, elevator, you say? Can we meet him up top?
If you want to take the elevator up, why don't you join them?
And then we can talk Prince when we get up. When we get up to your.
We
little
can
space
talk
up
all
high.
sorts of things. There's all sorts of things I can tell you or provide you with if you're interested.
Oh, I
And-
love to talk, darling. I'm totally there for it.
And useful.
Just kind of look at Riot and gesture over to the elevator bank. After you.
Well, alrighty then. Oh, sorry about your guy down here. He was kind of rude.
Well, that's the wonderful thing about humans, the amazing availability of them.
Fair point. And I'm gonna start walking to the elevator.
As we walk by, I just want to like glance at the desk. Is there any sort of security, like a key card or a key pass, like on him? Just very like, I don't have much time, right? But if there's anything like grabbable, swipeable.
Yeah, he appears to have one of those like key rings on his belt.
So in the act of like throwing off my vest, I kind of want to like kind of throw it on top of him and see if I can't use that to cover like swiping his keys.
Sure. I will take a Dex and Stealth roll from you. Mr. Fields, are you going to bother to try to spot that of him?
Yes, I think I am.
All right, then let's get a Wits awareness from you on that one, please.
It's so
And just remind me, is there anything I can do to like boost my dice pool if I'm like?
Rouse your blood.
Hey, you roll a rouse check, and then you will get, I think, like 2 dice into your roll this one time.
Okay. I'm at 0 hunger, so.
Okay.
I passed
critical
my rouse
success.
check.
Sex.
Critical success.
Raise my dice pool. Oh, I'm not getting. Okay.
I rolled 3 10s.
Nice. A critical failure?
Yeah. Or a messy
Alright.
critical, or two ones, yeah.
2 1s.
Yeah.
All right, so you are. Is one of them on your red? Oh no, you didn't roll any red die,
I
did
didn't
you?
have to roll any.
Because
No,
you were.
no.
All right. So you do not hear the beast in your head there. So you go to swipe this key card, all like sneaky styles, but as you do so, it goes zip because it's zip tied to his belt. So now you're just standing one step away, holding a set of keys that are still connected to the dead body.
You can have that if you really want it, but it's already deactivated.
Does it kind of like tug the body a bit, like off the thing it's hanging on? Just kinda
It does, yeah. He kind of jolts over. He died during your guys' talk, and no one cared.
I just kind of distastefully like let go of him, so they, back. Yeah. No. I think we're good. Elevator it is.
And Wright's gonna lock her arm around him and pull him along and just be like, come on.
The moment
let
they get
myself
into the
do it.
elevator, I'm going to just like sit in the corner and cower, because I heard Mr. Field still refer to me as the Nosferatu Primogen. So as far as I'm concerned, this is still in play. So I'm just going to be cowering, like, oh God, please don't kill me.
And this time the elevator doors close and the elevator begins to rise.
And because I think that there are cameras in the elevator, I'm just going to be kind of stalking Dante and talking to him and just like, what do you feel about games? Are you afraid?
Squeeze the keychain rapidly.
I don't like that. And I'm just gonna take it from him and just squeeze it as hard as I can to try to break it. And then just drop it.
So it falls to the floor and bounces.
Drop.
And as you guys are having this exchange, Christina, you have just about reached the penthouse. However, Dante, Wright, and Ezra, despite the fact that the penthouse button is lit up, the elevator stops at the 21st floor, and the doors open. And I think that's where we're going to take our break for this evening. So we'll see you all back here in about 5 minutes. Bye.
Perfect.
Welcome back. Our pack has been split just a little, so we are going to rejoin Christina real quick. You are in a stairway, still making your way up towards the penthouse.
Yep.
Thus far, you have not heard anything that would make you not continue on your trek. So you continue climbing stairs. There's no rolls for that. And we'll rejoin the rest of our pack. So, Dante/Pear is still curled up in the corner. Wright and Ezra, you were in the midst of threatening him, just kind of generally, when the elevator stops partway up and the doors open onto a floor that is not the penthouse floor.
So, the intercom crackles. Let's talk a deal. Who's on your list?
I don't think this is the penthouse.
No, it's a better floor than the penthouse. How simple do you think I am?
Ventrue, it's a 50-50 shot. Some are just really
I'll have
rich,
to
and
give
that's
you
what they go with.
That's fair. You give someone, let us get us to as high a floor as possible, and we just gravitate towards it. I'll give you that much. But that's tacky. The prince is tacky. So, who's on your list besides the prince?
Let's just say the prince is at the top, the sheriff is right under, and the bottom's not much below those.
Oh, Nikolai.
Piece of shit, right?
Arrogant son of a bitch, isn't he?
And nothing wrong with a little arrogance, but you gotta have something to back it up, and
Wait. Ezra! Was it the prince on the list, or was it the prince that hired us? Do you have the list? Give me the list!
I do have
We
the
gotta
list.
recheck
I'm
this
not gonna
shit.
give you the list right now.
No, we need to make sure, because we're going to be potentially making a deal here, and if, it wasn't the prince that actually hired us, then we're good to go. But if it was the prince that hired us to do this, then we're going to have to renegotiate things. It's going to get messy. I'm not really good with that, and I get confused sometimes.
I'm gonna slowly be like inching my way out of the elevator.
Just going to stop.
Primogen, please stay where you are.
Nah, I like
Don't
you right
run,
where you're
you'll-
at.
Don't run, you'll just die tired.
This isn't funny, Fields.
Can I have this one? Deal or no deal? I just kind of want this one.
Well, Pear, whatever your name is, that which does not kill you makes you a loose end. So, I'm very, very sorry.
We play chase. I'm good with chase.
I'd rather you just murder him once our deal is concluded.
Nobody ever lets me have fucking fun anymore. What the fuck?
You can have fun. Sometimes fun has to wait, and there's some agreements to be made here. So fun after a deal. Do we have to talk to a fucking speaker all night, though?
Yes, you do, actually, because I don't trust you any further than... not as far as I could throw you. As far as... What's your name, madam?
Oh, me. I'm right.
Okay, about as
Always.
far as she could probably throw you.
It might be further than you can think.
Speaking of further
That's
than you
fair.
think, while they're talking, I dive out of the elevator into like the darker part of the of the floor.
Damn it!
I just made 2 rouse checks. I'm attempting to dive out of like a camera line, and I immediately hit one with the land and just sink into the floor.
And I'm like, Ezra, do the deal, and I'm running like I'm trying to chase him. And I'm giddy as fuck about it.
And Dante, you know that Christina's probably at this point on like the 40th floor, like, ugh.
Yeah, at this point, I immediately pick up on that, and I probably have like a better sense of like who is on not who's on what floor, but like where people are. I don't know necessarily what people, unless they have like insects or animals in the room that I can sense that through, but I can at least get a sense of where people are walking.
You sure can. So you get the sense that there is someone up at the top of this building.
Yep.
You get the sense of, Christina will say you know the feel of, because you've now been around her and so on and so forth. And so
If
you
there's
get
only
the
one
sense of...
person on the stairs, I'm going to guess it's her.
Exactly. So there's somebody climbing the stairs to the 40th-ish floor. There are also a number of people just outside of the doors to the floor that you had this, that you stepped out onto. Probably about 6 or 7 people just sort of milling around this 21st floor.
Okay. The one that Wright has just like run out into?
Yes.
Okay.
So the deal is simple. If you want the prince, I'll arrange even for an invitation for you to walk straight up to them.
And in exchange?
And in exchange, I get a dead prince. And also in exchange, you leave here peacefully, smiling. And whatever that thing that was acting like the Nosferatu Primogen, they go too. And also your little car mechanic downstairs, wherever she is, she goes with you too.
Okay, like, is that part negotiable?
Do you want to leave her here with me?
I'm not saying I'm entirely opposed to the arrangement.
I mean, the other option is we fight until you've killed or tortured every single person other than me here.
That does sound exhausting. I'm on a bit of a schedule.
And how important really am I to your plans?
I don't want to offend you or anything, but the very fact that I'm even talking about a potential arrangement with you should let you know kind of where you land on the hierarchy of needs.
I strive not to be a wonderful target for assassination.
It's one way to go about it, I'll give you that. God, this is freaking, like, just talk. Okay. She just disappeared. Dude turned into the ground. We're talking to a fucking speaker here, like a...
Why don't you step back into the elevator while they have fun?
That works. I take a step back.
For note, I went into the ground out of sight of the elevator just to try to get away from the camera.
And I am pretending to comb through the floors, essentially kind of looking for another way up.
Oh, then I'll let the storyteller.
Yeah, storyteller. I can feel that there's about like a half dozen people on this floor. Are they all together, or are they just wandering around all separated?
No, they appear to be in 2 groups of about half and half, basically on either side of this floor.
Okay, so 3-3. Great.
So Ezra stepped back into the elevator. Has the elevator closed and resumed?
The elevator is resuming its journey.
Perfect. So we'll leave Ezra on the climbing elevator. We'll leave Christina in the staircase. And we will join Wright, who is searching for a... Are you searching the floor, or are you searching for a way up?
I'm pretending to search for a pair through the floor, and as I'm doing that, I'm like, hello, intercom guy, don't you have cameras down here or something? Like, you can't just tell me where he's at? Oh, fucking Nosferatu thing, isn't it?
I suggest that you go back to the elevator and join your friend.
Fine. But remember, I get to have fun later. And then I will turn and I will go back to the elevator.
Don't worry. Security has been ordered to subdue your friend.
Fantastic. And as I'm waiting there, I'm just going to put my hands in my pockets and send a 911 to the group chat. Hopefully that I hit the group chat. I have no idea if I'm hitting the group chat. I'm just hoping it's the last one that I had up, so...
You take Domino's.
Yeah. Domino's gets like HT716 for heart emoji. So, Mr. Fields, Ezra was going up in the elevators. Have you sent a second elevator to pick up Right then to bring her up as well?
I've got more than one. I'd hate to put any of them to waste.
Of course. Gotta really show them off. So the second elevator from the one you were in dings open. You seem to be extremely functional elevators.
I will step in.
You step in, the doors close, and it starts heading upward. So, before we go any further, Right or Ezra, are either of you planning to do anything in these elevators, or are we just taking them to their final destination?
Taking to the final destination, I will probably continue just like asking questions and like trying to find out as much information as I can to make a really good decision on whether or not I'm gonna kill Mr. Fields or not.
All right, so we'll rejoin your conversation in a sec. Dante,
Okay.
What are you doing?
So, they're in groups of 3 and 3.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna pick a group, and the one that's like close to like a door to a room or something.
Sure.
I need one of them to make a stamina and composure roll.
You got it. That would be 4 successes for this random person.
Great. So, with a margin of 3, in this room, I'm simply going to step out, run my finger along the wall, pull it back, and use Whispers to the Flesh to just pull flesh off of this person from a distance, dealing 3 ag damage. So it's just going to liquefy against the wall. And I go up to Hunger 2 as I sink back into the floor.
So, Mr. Fields, you see this happen on your cameras.
I still look like Pear, I might add.
So, for all intents and purposes, it looks like Pear just stepped out of nowhere. And then withdrew pounds of flesh off one of your men and then stepped back into the wall. This man, of course, falls to his knees screaming and clawing at his flak vest, trying to get to the damage underneath, while the 2 other people with him didn't see what happened, but can clearly see that somehow they have been under attack already.
Oh dear. Does this look familiar to me, Storyteller?
It certainly doesn't look like anything Bear's ever done. It looks scary as fuck.
It's gonna be a very unusual day. I hate unusual days. We'll stake that problem when it comes to it.
Put a pin in it for now.
Yeah.
All right. So, Dante, are you just going to be continuing to kind of do this sort of thing?
Yeah, I'm just going to be popping up. I'm going to be popping up, just like pulling people's flesh from across the room. As I narrow them down, I might just like reach up through the floors and flesh craft somebody to it. You know.
I'm ordering my security to withdraw from the room.
So, for about 5 minutes before this withdrawal order comes in, these 6 men are in their own personal horror movie, where it seems the building itself is attempting to meld with them, rip them apart. They are well-trained men, but you end up having to give the order simply because you can see them starting to crack under this kind of an assault.
I rolled 6 dice and got 3 successes. Do you want to say that I just fucked 3 of them up real bad?
Yeah, so 3 of them, 2 from one team and 1 from another team, have just been not even decimated. It's crueler than decimation, because he's not even really successfully killing these people. He's just tormenting them. In the meantime, Wright and Ezra, you two are in your separate elevators, heading up to see what you think is going to be Mr. Fields in the penthouse, at least.
And I would have, and I failed my rouse check, but I would have activated Defy Bane on my way up, just in case.
All right, so it'll still activate for sure. And your beast speaks in your head. Why are you wasting your time with these people? Just take the situation in hand and do it the way you know it needs to be done.
It's kind of like, just like close my eyes and focus for a second and just kind of shake and shrug.
And the voice goes away as it does. Right, you were hoping to try to get some more questions out of Mr. Fields on the way up? Anything in particular, or just general right bullshit?
A lot of general right bullshit, but like, yeah, just so I am very curious because you are on the list, but you're like literally like the bottom of the list, and I'm really wondering why you're at the bottom of the list, because you seem to think that you should be at like the top of the list. And I mean, Ventrue, I can't imagine that makes you feel grand that, you know, you're at the bottom of the list and not the top.
I'm only going to assume they thought you were going to work from the ground up rather than go straight for the prince. And thus you were looking for something which caused the most chaos.
I mean, I'll give you the you know, like, I mean, you and the Nosferatu are literally like neck and neck. You just happen to be closer.
So they were going after sources of information and stability first.
Maybe. I don't fucking know. I just know what I was told to do, and I like to do things like that.
I can't answer these questions unless I know motivations.
God damn, you know, I tried to get him to tell me again, like, because it's on the paper, but he wouldn't show me the paper again. I get confused sometimes. I can't really remember if it was like the prince that ordered the things, or if the prince is actually the target of it, or if it's somebody else. I feel like there's another name that I'm missing, though. God damn it, I'm so bad with
You don't seem like the type
people
that would miss things. Ah, Camarilla people. Interesting.
What? You are Camarilla, aren't you?
But you decided to distinguish yourself from us in that way.
Oh, I told you I'm not Camarilla earlier. Did you forget?
Fair.
Independent
You didn't
contractor,
tell
baby.
me. You didn't tell me anything that you were. But I suppose you're just all right.
Always. Every single day and night and all the things in between.
If you don't mind, your friend is arriving.
Oh,
even if
fantastic.
he isn't.
Do me a favor. Give him a real big kiss for me. He loves that. Loves that shit.
I think he would appreciate it more coming from you. You're prettier than I am. Does that make you feel better?
After my heart, I swear.
I'm sorry. So Ezra, your elevator arrives at the top floor. Your much less funny elevator. Much quieter elevator ride than the first half was. You're muted.
I almost imagine that I can hear Wright's voice from the elevator shaft next to me. I probably actually can't, but like I almost imagine it. I'm just like rolling my eyes inside.
There's this slight whine from the mechanisms, and you're like almost certain it's the same sound. So the elevator doors open up onto the top floor, and this is the office you expected from that voice on the speaker. It is elegant and simplistic, but in that expensive kind of way. It is all white. There's a white leather couch set off to one side with one of those gas fireplaces inset into the wall. On the other side is one of those massive exotic fish tanks also set into the wall. The two walls that come together behind Mr. Fields are glass top to bottom, and you can look out and see the whole city from up here. As a Ventrue yourself, you almost understand this sense of ownership of a place. Even if it's not really yours, it calls to a part of your blood that doesn't matter what sect you are.
And I see Mr. Fields standing in there when I step
And I immediately hit you with entrancement.
I was about to compliment your interior design.
You're going to get really complimentary here soon, hopefully.
Have I reached the top of the stairs yet?
Yes, you are going to reach the top of the stairs just as we finish this entrancement roll.
Okay.
So that is he has a roll against that, which is it?
Composure wits.
Yes.
Yes. Thank you. I'm glad someone knows what they're doing here. I don't.
4 successes.
4 successes?
One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6
Nice.
was the crit.
Nice.
All right. So he stares at you very intently,
Come on.
and end of sentence.
That's fair.
Literally, I was gonna just like just for 2 seconds. It's a nice fucking couch. It's a great fucking view. Just like, let's have that moment before we start doing the mind battle thing. Like, can't we? And I just kind of like walk over towards the window, like not even looking at him. I just want to like look out over the city.
That's fair. However, you can't blame me for trying.
Oh, I mean, I was. If you didn't, I was going to. You know.
Yeah.
Respect.
So, respect. We've gotten through the formalities. We've decided not to completely etch each other's mind with each other's will quite yet. And we can continue onward. Have you done this before?
By this, you mean
the general Ventrue scepter measuring contest.
I mean, isn't our whole fucking life a scepter measuring contest?
This is true, but there's moments where you really get out the rulers.
You know, some people are showers and some people are, well, you know.
They call us rulers for a reason. It's always interesting to see who measures up.
No one can compare, though.
If you can't compare, what's the point of having all these things?
You know, that's a fair point. I feel like in another life we would, I don't want to say friends. That feels presumptive. But there could have been something. Might still be. You never know.
I think that we can operate in a zone of mutual respect for each other's goals. You want to kill someone, I would like to see them dead.
I do. I very much do.
And so... And I suppose we're waiting for your friend.
Yeah,
where's your
but,
mechanic friend?
You keep saying that, and I feel like that's given her a lot more credit with her capabilities of anything mechanical than she really deserves.
That's true. Where's your vandal friend?
Now you're in the zone. I will say this. No fucking idea. Like, you look up the dictionary under the word loose cannon, there's not a picture of her, there's just a picture of her middle finger.
I see, and that thing which looked like Pearl.
Now, I'm
Same
gonna be
deal?
level with you. No fucking idea what's going on there.
That's a lie, but I'll let you skirt with it.
I mean, you can't even touch what I have going on up here. So, I mean, you want to assume I'm like, whatever, that's fine.
No,
It
I can
doesn't matter.
deduce you're lying. There's a difference.
All right, Sherlock. I mean, are you here to play your violin and, you know, do some meth, or you want to, like, make a deal?
Do I look like either a ministry member or a Toreador? If you
never
say
quite
yes
judge a
to
book
these
by its
others,
cover.
I've been very polite up to this point.
Well, as he said, I think I have a friend arriving soon, and if you haven't figured out already, she's going to make things complicated. So,
She's a
Just-
very interesting conversation piece. Conversationalist.
of everyone I'm dealing with tonight, she's my favorite.
I see. Does right arrive?
Yes, Wright's elevator is going to ding open, but just before that happens, we're going to hop back over to Christina.
I would like to say real quick that I am not standing just in the front. I am to the side in a way because I'm not trying to have any kind of eye contact or any kind of crazy shit happening.
Okay, perfect. So we'll get there. Christina, you have reached the topmost floor, and you go to open the fire door, and the door is locked.
Yeah, I popped Arms of Aramin. I did get hungrier. And I'm going to use one of my 9 arms to pick the lock.
Perfect. As you are doing so, I believe Dante has a plan.
As she's in the middle of doing that, Pearl's head just sort of like tilts out of the wall next to her and goes, he's in the northern side of the room on his desk.
How far away is that?
And I just give the approximate location that I can feel, especially more so now that Ezra is up there for me to feel.
Mm-hmm. Would it be within, hold on, math. Would it be within 24 feet of me?
No.
Dante, and I'm just going to give him like an approximate measurement to essentially ask, where would I need to go to get within 24 feet of that room?
It's a very big room.
Pretty much the whole floor.
Yeah.
Okay.
If you're getting within 24 feet of him, you'd probably have to be in the room.
Okay.
Okay. I just slide back into the wall.
And I want to look above me. Is there an air vent?
Oh my god, of course there's an air vent.
I am going to
What kind of fancy building doesn't have human-sized air vents in it?
Perfect. We're going to Nakatomi Plaza this shit.
God damn it, I didn't pay attention to that part of the Evil Overlord checklist.
You also started with a monologue. Come on.
It's fair.
That's very fair.
I get out of the elevator, he's putting a cape on, and I'm just like, yeah, that scans.
So I'm going to take the air shaft thing down with 2 of the arms and lift myself up and into it, and I'm going to use the arms to essentially like very low tote me through so that my weight isn't on it and I don't drop through.
So they're like luggage rollering you along?
Yes. Yep.
Perfect.
Just, like little centipede legs, little shadow centipede legs, carrying me through the air vent, and I'm gonna go until I hear him monologuing.
Shan't take long. So Dante, you have seen La Sombra do stuff like this before. This doesn't really hold the kind of thrill for you it did a long time ago, but there's still just something wonderfully anti-dramatic about these horrific shadow arms coiling out and lifting Barbie girl Christina up and into an air vent.
I'm currently like subsumed with the building too, so I imagine it feels funny.
It does feel funny. There's a part of you that feels cold, but it's not a part of you that's actually attached to you.
I divert my focus back into the room.
Perfect. We will return to the room. Christina, basically, feel free to shoot me a message when you feel you have thematically approached this room, where I'm loosey-goosey with time here. Ezra and Mr. Fields, you have been having this conversation. The second elevator doors open, and for a second it looks like the elevator's empty.
Well, come now, don't be shy.
We're not doing any crazy shit, right? Like, you've been really polite, and I really respect that, and I gotta tell you, like, not many Ventrue do that, and I'd rather not start off on the wrong foot.
That's a shame. It should be a characteristic of the whole line. No, nothing. We've already dispensed with the formalities when it comes to that with this, with your good friend here. Comrade,
Fantastic.
would you say? What would you call each other?
I'm just
Ezra?
looking at it right.
I call him
I mean, we
Ezra.
Okay.
That's what she calls me.
I'm just gonna step out
Comrades,
and
friends, packmates.
Not really. Like, independent contractors because, like, yeah, that's kind of what we do.
Teammates?
For tonight.
I see.
After tonight, I don't think I'll work with him again.
So, do you have this list?
Oh, I don't have a list.
Looks at Ezra. Do you have this list?
There is a list. The list does exist, yes. Somebody has a list. I have the list, in fact, but...
You know, I keep trying to figure it out because, like, I'm racking my brain here, like, the whole way up, right? And I'm trying to figure it out because Prince.
Because of the wonderful things that he does? Right.
You've been spending way too much time in this room, man. Like, you got to go down like a list a couple times a day.
No. But no, because...
I've seen The Wonderful Wizard of Oz. I'm sorry. It's a classic. Anyway.
It is. I give you that. But no, because the prince, right? So either we're supposed to kill the prince or the prince is trying to kill you. And I don't remember exactly which way was which.
The prince, I believe, is not one to foster such chaos. So I'm going to assume someone sent you to kill the prince.
I mean, that's a fair assessment. I'll give you that. I really can't remember because he won't show me the goddamn list anymore.
I mean, if he wanted Pear to be dead, he would simply order it.
Yeah, no, I'm not sure where she got that idea, but it wasn't the prince. Quite frankly, we don't know who it was. It was more of a go here, do this, take care of that, and that's what we're here to do.
Do you need anything else other than the prince's location?
I mean, we did mention Nikolai.
So you want them both in the same place?
You got a real hard on for that one, don't you, Ezra?
A boy can dream.
I could give you both of them, plus place them in a position of at least some vulnerability.
That's hypothetically, because again, we're working on the precursor to a deal here, but how might you hypothetically arrange that? What might that look like, hypothetically?
I would have to make some contacts, but I'm sure I could arrange for them both to be unsuspecting and in the same location. And perhaps tonight, no, that's difficult.
Okay, so what do we get in return for this? And tonight needs to happen. But again, what do we get in return for this? Because, like...
I said difficult. I didn't say impossible. I said difficult.
Okay. Again, what do we get if we leave you alone and go do that?
You get the two people that you want, and you get anything you need to make that happen.
But the thing is, though, is if they're on our list already, so are you, so we're going after them either way. And we're not going to get that end of that deal unless we take you too. So I'm trying to figure out a counterbalance here. Like, you're wanting us to deal with you instead of that person, whoever that person is.
How much are they paying you, and what are they paying you with?
Just gonna look to Ezra. A lot. Like, a good bit of run of the city and, financial stability, everything a girl can dream of, right?
If you need money, you can have as much money as you want. If you want run of the city...
No. Hey, come on. We don't need to talk about...
Ezra, I'm bargaining. Let me do this. I can do this. You're not the only one that can't.
She was the one who brought up bargaining. It's brought up money.
I'm not the only one who can, but right now I'm probably the only one that should. Okay?
That's very rude.
That is very, very rude, Ezra. I don't appreciate that, and I really strongly suggest you apologize.
Actually, as she says, that's very rude. Like, a corner of my eye does twitch, and I'm just like, because I'm remembering multiple times people have been rude to her.
I'm getting that serious look on my face again. Like, I strongly suggest you apologize.
You know what? I think, after a moment of self-reflection, I might have spoken out of turn. I would suggest we lean into our strengths in this particular situation. Let me help you. You help me. Perhaps we help our new friend here, and everybody gets what they want. I'm looking out for you.
As you want. I can give you the Sheriff's Haven.
Now we're talking. Now we're talking something serious.
And I can give you a hostage, which will definitely attract the prince's attention.
Ooh. Can I eat the hostage?
I honestly don't care. The child is an absolute troublemaker.
Yummy.
They will leave the world no poorer.
And what's this hostage to the sheriff?
The prince, actually. The prince's own child. I know where they are.
Ooh, now we're getting real interesting here. Okay.
And when he says child, do I hear child or do I hear childer?
Childer.
Interesting.
Ezra, those are really good terms, but again, free roam of the city, lots of money. I get you are pretty stacked. I'm not pretty stacked, not like that at least. But yes,
Why would I in any way interfere with the proclivities of my new dear friends?
That is my question. Assume this all works out. There's a void. Where do you go? You fill this void?
Of course not. Why would I put that target on my back? I do have candidates. People who are more amenable. People who know to do as they're told.
Those are hard to come by.
I know. They're so difficult. Precious little diamonds, every one of them. You've just simplified matters for me gloriously. And I, in turn, wish to simplify matters for you.
Curious though. Who do you think put this hit out?
Can you tell me?
That's why I'm asking you. Who do you think did it? I'll tell you if you're right.
Simply handing over a list of the hierarchy of the city, I am assuming it is one of our many enemies as a sect. Because, frankly, is this as subtle as a sledgehammer?
Christina's
Yes.
tired of this, and I am going to do what I let you know, storyteller. And the rest of y'all will see 9 shadows come down from the air vent. One going around his ankles, around his knees, around his waist, around his arms to lock them behind his back. Another one pulling his arms to his ankles to drop him in a hog tie formation. One around his throat. As one is going to go in the mouth and one is going to go the other way.
Is there a roll to resist this storyteller?
Geez, that's a lot of tentacles to resist.
And that
I
was
only
a
want to
7.
resist the top 2.
Fair enough. That's legit. Let's call that a I will take either a Dex Athletics or a Dex Brawl, whichever's higher for you.
That's athletics. It is.
I rolled
3
very
successes.
high for it.
3 successes. I will let you avoid one of those 2 tentacles.
The mouth one.
The mouth one, absolutely.
You're getting
And-
the butt one.
Totally. All right, and Dante, I believe you had also just recently joined us.
I came up through the floor like, I don't know, 5 minutes ago. At this point, I've been standing off to the side watching you guys talk. And so I'm just watching.
So, Mr. Fields, you have found yourself bound in front of these 4. This has gone from in control to rapidly spiraling out of control, thanks to your air vent oversight.
Yes. I think it is time to use mass manipulation.
All right.
I'm gonna counter that when it is my turn, if possible.
Let's
Since you are
get our-
bound.
Let's get our mass manipulation roll first.
Uh-huh.
Whoever is strongest in this group.
Yeah, here we go.
So composure plus wits, I believe.
Don't think I'm going to be the strongest of that. Well, that's it's 5 dots total for me.
Storyteller, I sent you a message in regards to that.
I'm gonna rouse for that. Just letting you know.
Perfect.
Only one person needs to make the roll.
Yeah.
Who has the highest
I have
with
6 in that.
Okay.
I have
What
a
is that?
5. Well, I have a 6 now with rousing it.
That's
So you're
that's up
both
to-
at 6?
Yeah.
Yeah, if she's rousing.
Yeah.
Well, I guess, right, you seem to be hopping to it. If Ezra's fine with letting you take the role, I'm fine
I don't
with
mind
it as
either
well.
way.
Yeah, no. I think it makes thematic sense for her too.
Yeah,
All
go ahead.
right.
Plus, I mean, this mass manipulation's a pretty rude thing to pull on you, right?
It is extremely
It's
rude,
very
especially
rude.
what the order is about to be.
Oh.
Okay, hold on. Okay, so hold on. There's Does 11 do it? Critical, by the way.
I assumed.
Maybe. Let me see.
So many dice.
Yeah. Well, I got criticals on those on a few of those, so like that made me happy because I don't get like multiple criticals in like one roll very often.
So I got 9. So the order would have been torpor your friends.
So Mr. Fields says this, and for a second, it pulls at you. It is a strong feeling that he almost instills in you, but you know this feeling, and how dare he?
And Wright is just going to use Tabula Rasa.
Wright's favorite power.
Is this
Oh,
something that we're
fun.
all aware attempted to happen to us?
I would say so. Probably everyone but Dante, who has his own things going on.
I would have definitely just been
I
like,
can feel that he tried something.
Yeah, you hear him say that, and for a second you're like, yeah! And then you're like, no!
The second that Christina realizes that, she's going to drop down. And given that his arms are tied up behind his back, I'm just going to sink my teeth into his wrist and not stop.
So these are both going to happen at roughly the same time.
And she's still making sure to not be seen. She doesn't know about, like, the speaking out. She just knows don't make eye contact with people.
Checks out. So you had him hogtied anyway, so you're actually behind him to feed
Yeah.
from his wrist, which works out well for your plan. Dante, you're still just enjoying the view, I take it?
Just vibing.
Ezra? Just vibing. Sorry. Ezra, what are you doing during the course of this?
So I see them both kind of make their moves individually.
Mm-hmm.
I would probably just in a final scepter measuring moment, like before that happens, hold his gaze and just say, "Don't fight it."
Oh. Are you
as a
putting?
compel? Yeah.
I was gonna say, are we putting a little something extra into
Little
this?
stank, yeah.
Stank on it.
I'll stank on it. I'll stank on
He
them
has it coming.
disciplines.
He has it coming.
He
Just a
sure
little bit.
does.
He ran
does.
into my shadow arms 10 times.
6.
6. Mr. Fields, are you interested in trying to avoid this just let it happen command, or has
Yes, I will resist that definitely, as if my life depended on it.
and right, we will get to your role just as soon as we handle this to see whether Fields even gets to roll off.
Before he tells me what he rolled, can I use a willpower to re-roll?
Sure, it's before he said anything, so I'm good with that.
We roll
That's
up to 3 dice.
3 up to 3 dice. Yeah, good, because that's what I need to re-roll.
I also roused and I got hungrier on or I roused, but I also failed on my hunger dice, so I got hungrier.
Okay.
Okay, so that's now an 8.
Okay.
8 successes.
He got good thing because he got 6.
6? So, the Ventrue, the blue blood in you cannot believe that this is happening. And not only is this happening, these fucking idiots are doing it to you. And then Ezra says that, and you just can't find that fire inside of you to fight this.
Question, is this a terminal decree?
Yes.
Okay.
I mean, essentially, right? Because that's what I'm telling you to let happen.
Yes.
Basically.
All right.
And right, you are going to be doing some stuff to his brain while we're at it.
Mm-hmm.
Because let's just add all of the insults to Diablerie just while we're here.
And so I got 14 critical on that. I roused and I had to burn willpower, but I did it. Damn it. Because
I fucking love you.
It's my highest fucking dice pool.
There's no way. There's no
There's
way. I can
no
resist
way.
it. Yeah.
And
Yeah.
you know what? Rather than even having you roll, I figured that this goes right into what Ezra has just commanded of you anyway. Even if you can't fight what Christina's doing to you, and now you can't even fight what Wright's about to do to you. So, Wright, you lean down next to him, I assume, and what would you like to tell him?
Things were going so well. You were being polite. Now you decided to be rude. So now you will be nothing. Everything that you have is gone. It never existed. You never existed. All of your family, your friends, your ghouls, anybody of any importance or anything never existed. You've been just a figment of someone else's imagination. Are you even real? Can you feel? Can you do anything other than just be absorbed into another at this point? No, because you were never really here. You never really were anything. Unimportant. Insignificant. Dust.
Christina is very attracted to this.
I walk over next to Wright and just sit on the floor, just watching all this happen to Fields, and like in the middle of it, I just pull Pear's face off of mine, just to put my own face back on.
She has like the most serious and disgusted face at Fields while this is happening and just staring at him. And then when Dante sits down next to her and starts pulling off Pear's face, she just kind of looks over and smiles. Oh, I'm so glad you decided to do that instead. That's a much better face. You should stick with that one. I like that one.
Dante looks like he did not even hear you.
It's okay. I'm easily ignored, apparently. All you have to do is be nice and polite, and nobody seems to get it.
So, Christina, are we finishing this job off?
Oh yes. What do I need to roll for Diablerie again?
Oh boy, let me pull that up.
I was like, Zach,
Yeah.
Technically, there's a chance I take over your body and listen.
There is a chance.
Yeah.
I think you should take negatives because you don't even remember being anything at this point.
So first things first, you're going to drop a humanity.
Yup.
And then you are going to roll your current humanity and your blood potency against Mr. Fields' resolve in blood potency.
Okay.
Then the margin is how much XP you get.
Hold on. What? My humanity plus blood potency?
Yes.
Okay. Hold on.
And he is contesting with his resolve in blood potency.
I'm going to write that on a sticky note and put it right on my computer for next
Might as well. We're going to need it.
I got a fucking Morocco over here.
Where are my notes?
Watch this be the one complete rock out roll.
Right. It was humanity and blood potency versus, did you say resolve
and blood potency.
Ta.
And yeah, the margin of difference is the XP. And if it's negative, then other things happen.
Earn willpower if you have it.
Oh, I don't need to.
Oh, goodness gracious. How did we do, Christina?
That took me a minute to count all the numbers. Because that is going to be a 15 critical.
Oh my goodness. Mr. Fields.
That's a 9.
That's a 9. You were close on a normal roll. That would have derailed my game.
Yeah.
That is 5 times the margin for a total of 30 experience points between his discipline pool or raising your blood potency.
Yeah.
Oh gosh. I will decide that off camera.
Yeah.
Yes, we will. You'll get to cannibalize Mr. Fields' sheet if you feel so inclined.
And while she's doing this, I'm just gonna sit down and like grab him like by his like and put his head in my lap and just kind of pet his hair and be like, "There's consequences. There's always consequences when you are rude and you're not polite to people. When will people learn? When will you guys learn that? Jesus Christ, it's not that difficult."
At least he gets a
gotta make a
pretty
deal.
final sight.
He does. So, Mr. Fields, you have a lovely final sight as you feel your unlife trickle away, and this was not how this was supposed to go.
But I don't know that.
No. This,
You know nothing.
maybe this
Jon
is
Snow.
right. Yeah.
Maybe.
Maybe this is right for you. Maybe you deserve it. You just don't know anymore.
Wish I could remember whether I deserve this.
Shh, honey, it's okay. Just go with it. It's fine.
Christina,
Okay.
this blue blood is tasty.
Oh yeah, she's a messy eater right now.
For thematic sake, are you going to finish him from the wrist, or would you like to finish him in your own special way of feeding?
It's finishing from the wrist, and then she's going to leave a kiss on his cheek.
A Barbie pink lipstick kiss.
With blood and everything.
Fabulous.
As I drift away to dust.
Faded away. Didn't leave a mark on the world as far as you know. Ezra,
she's
you've
going
been
to-
standing back watching.
Yeah. She's going to make direct eye contact with Ezra and lick her lips.
Just smiles back. And gives a little nod.
And Wright's gonna stand up and let the dust just fall from her and just kind of dust herself off. Like, ugh, so messy all the time. So messy. Could have easily been avoided, but he decided to be rude and try to make me put you all in torpor, and it was a whole thing. And I just, honestly,
Dante
I
just
hold
stands
up.
up next to them.
Shit, I fucking didn't even realize you were here. God damn it. I mean, I'm glad you're here. You're just very unsettling.
I'm sorry, what?
No, nothing. You're
Ezra.
fine.
don't be rude.
No, I'm sorry, what? And then I take my very long, you now notice very long, spindly fingers and just poke them through the flesh that is covered over the ear holes and just open them up and go, "Ugh." Sorry, he said the thing to Christina and I just didn't want to hear what he had to say next. I thought it would be prudent.
Smart, very smart. And Ezra, we talked about this. No more being rude. I don't like
I
it when
feel like
people
in
are
this
rude.
context, I feel like unsettling is really a compliment more than anything.
I'll
Okay,
take
so
it.
if you're okay with it, then I'll be fine with it. That's fine. But just so we're clear, I don't like people being rude.
I've picked
That's
up on
what
the
we like
vibes,
about
and
you.
in fact, in understanding of that, and I pull out the list and hold it out towards her. You want to do the honors, and I have a pen, handing it to you so you can cross out the name.
Why not? Ooh, wait. Better idea. Put your pen away. You still got some little blood right there. You want to just do the little thing there?
Yeah, go for it.
Sure. And she's gonna smear his blood across his name.
Poetic. Love it. And then I'll give it back to Ezra.
I think I could get used to this.
Ezra, can I get a super quick wits and perception from you?
Of course.
And then the bombs go off now.
The building was rigged to self-destruct when his
It was tied to his heart all along.
That's a
What
problem.
heart?
What heart?
I read that part of the Evil Overlord checklist. That my lair is not rigged to self-destruct.
But is it over a volcano?
Okay, forgive me if I'm just straight up missing this on my sheet, but I'm looking for perception.
Oh, it's
Wits plus awareness.
Wits
Yeah,
awareness.
sorry,
Yeah,
wits awareness. Sorry. That's all my V20 kicking in.
Yeah, I was like, I'm sure it's here somewhere.
Just grab a thesaurus real quick. You'll figure it out.
That's
there's-
a failure.
Oh, okay, so everything's chill. You take the sheet back and you fold it up and you put it in your pocket, and we continue on with whatever's happening here.
Can you not reroll like willpower?
I don't know. In this situation, seems more fun not to.
we are doing all of this in one night. Willpower may come up later.
Yeah, that too. I already
It's
burned one
true.
tonight. And here's why, because as soon as this is done, like this whole interlude with everyone being all happy and blood smearing is nice, but Ezra's thinking about this kid that Mr. Fields mentioned, and I'm looking around for where he might have records or something, because in my mind that's our next in, either next or we could use it whenever we get to the prince. But we got some valuable information that we should maximize while we're here.
Mr. Fields, do you keep any kind of courtly records in this office? Feel free to roll a chance die if you're not sure.
Yeah. Ezra, odds or evens?
Odds. Based on this crew.
I'm sure there's some secret compartment somewhere around here if you're wise enough to find it.
Storyteller.
I'm aware that I might not be wise enough, but I'm like, you want to do that thing where you touch the stuff and you know things, and I don't want to know how, but you do it? Because I'm looking for something.
So, Storyteller, I know that he's talking to Wright, but out of curiosity...
Oh no, I was talking to Dante, sorry.
Okay.
I didn't specify that. I was looking where you are on my Zoom screen.
Good to know. Well, on that note, actually, before I do all that, did I feel anything odd when I was part of the building, like a space where there shouldn't be a space? I can make a roll if need be.
Sure. Are you looking for like a safe, or are you looking for... What kind of thing are you looking for with this space that shouldn't
Just
be
like
there?
hidden compartments. So I think that is actually... There's actually a roll specifically for this. It's wits and animalism versus whatever difficulty level.
Sure, go ahead and give it to me.
I will burn a willpower. 3
Someone
successes.
had to. 3 successes?
Yes.
So you're pretty sure you would have missed it had you decided to involve yourself with this whole combat that just occurred, but instead you were very, very busy running your way up and down this building and searching every little nook and cranny. The exotic fish tank is actually an LED screen.
I walk over to the fish tank and just kind of tap on it. Let it wobble.
And it does so.
Oh, look. There's a secret thing right there. Is that what you're looking for?
Yeah, I think that qualifies.
Oh, there you go.
I still have my arms up. So I'm going to slide them up that wall and into any crevices that I see like around the frame to try and get inside. And do the arms feel anything?
Immediately short out the TV.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
TV, the
TV's
fishies
gone.
on it, and then it's just a black screen.
Like,
And you very quickly get up and under this crevice. You gonna try to like open the screen, or are you just ripping this this motherfucker out of the
If I
vault.
can feel a latch, then the arm will unlatch it.
Yeah, you find a latch.
Okay, so just click and then pulls it open.
So it seems like it should swing out the way you would expect, like a painting with a safe behind it too, but of course not. This is a blue blood Ventrue. It opens upwards like one of those fancy car doors.
Of course it does.
And
Ooh,
behind
presents.
it are rows upon rows of file folders.
Oh, it's Christmas already.
Ezra, this feels
Practical.
like your kind of thing.
Yeah, I'm not interested.
I don't
Does,
like books.
doesn't it? I kind of start like just thumbing through, looking for anything for any of the names on the hit list, but primarily, obviously, like Prince Aiden and something regarding a progeny of theirs.
For sure. So you very quickly find file folders on pretty much everyone who's on your list. There's only a couple of people who seem to be missing from your hit list in these file folders. Some of them are thicker than others. Some of them look like Mr. Fields has been keeping tabs on these people for a long time. At a couple of flick-throughs, you find hidden masquerade breaches. You find illegitimate children. This is the dirtiest of secrets of the kindred of this city. Mr. Fields was a fucking treasure trove of information for someone with the right price. You do eventually find a folder on Prince Aiden. We're not going to go through it right now, but are you going to take it with you?
Oh yeah, and like,
Perfect.
I mean, and if I have room, kind of just under my arms, like anything particularly like severe or useful, because now in my head I'm thinking of more than just our agreement with Larkin. I'm thinking of perhaps bigger machinations in this city.
A couple shadow hands show up to like hold on to any books for you.
Oh,
hand 'em
look! Sharing
over.
is caring. Remember?
Tyler.
That's what you said.
But you know, sharing is caring. You're growing on me.
Storyteller, I want to do two quick things.
Yes?
While he's like sorting and they're having this talk, I'm just going to look over the file folders just to see if I see one labeled Larkin.
You do.
I just, like, as they're doing that, I just grab it and tuck it up under my sweater, and then I look back over at the dust and pile and go, I liked his hair. And I just run my fingers through it, and using Trophy Hunter, it just turns the same color as his.
I like you the way that you are, but whatever. If you want to do that, that's fine. It's better than the other face that you were trying to put on. Is there a vacuum around here? This is kind of dirty. And so I'm looking. I'm gonna grab a vacuum if I can find one and just start like vacuuming up the ashes.
Christina's gonna take a quick touch of his ashes and mix it in with her highlighter.
Aw, so pretty. Yeah, I'm just vacuuming it up, and then like once I get it in the vacuum, I'm just gonna go trash can. Ah-ha-ha! I'm just gonna. See?
Ezra, could I get one more wits and no, let's go intel and investigation from you, if you please.
I should stop messing with the ashes, shouldn't I?
Right explodes. I just want to explode something in this episode, apparently.
Okay. I want to do for a while.
If I had been a little bit quicker, I would have insisted that he be the kind of person who has a Roomba.
If that's the case, then I totally would just let the Roomba
Pushes
go.
it across.
I really thought you had one.
It's rose gold.
Oh, yeah.
There we go. We got a Roomba going. Let the Roomba,
He has a
handle it.
bedazzled Roomba.
Class. That's a 6 with a crit.
Oh, wonderful. You noticed something nobody else noticed.
Obviously.
You noticed that all of these file folders were organized by clan, and they even seem to be organized by almost familial lines. And you noticed something that I'm going to tell you, and just you. So excuse me while I mute for just a second. You can feel free to share it with your fellows, but you do not have to.
Sharing is caring.
Ooh.
Meanwhile, Ryda's over there just playing with the Roomba, like just pushing it around the ashes, being like, and she's just gonna look up at
back on the shadow arms, just like chilling.
She's just gonna look at Dante and Christina. She's like, I mean, when you're nothing, right?
Certainly looks like nothing.
Examining my new color hair in a reflector surface by the window.
When I'm done with that, I'll walk over to Dante and I'll just kind of put my hands through it a little bit and just
Thank you.
So I
you
see
can get
Dante,
used to it.
I see Dante pull Larkin's folder and kind of tuck it under his arm. I just nod, and I continue just kind of stacking some of the more important folders in these arms. And I say, "This is the things are turning up. This is significantly better than I thought. We've got a fuck ton here."
What you got there? I mean, is there anything of interest, like anything that I'd care about?
You remember that little bit he was saying about the Princess Childer?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I think we got everything we need right here to make that little hostage situation he was talking about less of a dream and more of a reality.
Can I eat the Childer?
Yes.
Fantastic.
I like
Who's
the
next
way
on
you-
our list?
And I kind of hold the list out, and I suppose we kind of gather around it, and we're kind of scanning down through the list of names, and I don't know what catches your eye. How about this?
The Sombra! You got to eat the Ventrue. Let's do the Sombra now. I want to see that happen. We have to do that.
I got my goodies. It's only fair you get yours.
Share and share alike.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
How'd it taste?
Like me.
I need something to compare it to.
Never know.
Well, that's spicy. Can I watch?
Oh, absolutely.
Can I join?
Even better.
I'm leaving, and I walk out the door.
And I just go, thank Kane. Jesus fucking.
So we all get back in the elevator, or do we all take the stairs back down?
I head to the elevator.
Yeah, the arms are gonna kind of go into Christina's hoodie, still holding the books and everything, just to kind of not have shadow arms where there's cameras, even though they can't.
Wait! Before we leave, because there were guard people, right? Right.
Oh, I
Okay,
sorted
so
that out.
all of them?
A good number. The rest left.
Oh, they did.
Well, know how far they'll get without their cars working.
They weren't fans.
Well, damn it, because I was going to use the intercom and make them all kind of go a little crazy. But all right.
Next time.
We'll save that for you next time.
Fine. Never used to have any fun.
Oh, but that cute smile makes me crazy, so we're good.
Oh, honey.
Let's go.
So everyone successfully gets in the elevator. You head back down. The music still plays. It's chipper and upbeat and really soundtracks just how successful tonight was. You make your way through this blood-soaked lobby, body still where you left it. And I am going to get one last final wits awareness from everyone as you leave this building, please. Is that 4? 4, 6, 1.
5 crit.
5.
Christina's too full. She's not paying attention.
Christina's super blood high. She's just bopping along on this blue blood jazz. The rest of you, it takes you a second. You're heading towards your getaway car, complete with floor mats. And you hear in the distance a sound that's just unmistakably hoppy. As a small green figure disappears into a sewer grate.
Fuck.
And that's where we're going to leave it for this evening. Thank you,
Damn it,
guys.
Christina.
These toads have been haunting my real life, so I'm gonna haunt yours with them.
I house is already full of frogs. I love frogs.
Thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you guys so much for being here with me. So why don't we go ahead and do our round of outros, and we will start again with Christina.
Hi, thank you. I have been Christina.
I'm Ellie Collins. I am the storyteller for ATL by Night. You can find me on Twitter at Ellie_A_Collins. And thank you so much, Matt, for joining us. Mr. Fields was awesome.
And then we will move on to delicious. We will move on to Dante / Pear for half of this episode.
Hi, I'm Zach Rivaldo. I was playing Dante. I think my Twitter handle is probably about there. You can find me on ATL by Night on Tuesdays whenever we're in season. Adjacent by Night with Sam and Lex and whoever else wants to guest on it. And then you can also find me on Gehenna Gaming, Vancouver by Night, Martlet Games, Carrion Comfort Studios, Bard's Playhouse, wherever tabletop games are played.
And Ezra, our voice of reason, as always.
Someone's got to lead, you know. My name's Andrew Strother. You can find me on my podcast, Roll Persuasion, Roll for Persuasion, on wherever fine or not so fine podcasts can be found. You can also follow me on Twitter at Roll Persuasion. And I don't know, I pop up on games wherever Ellie consents to put me, so.
And not quite last, but certainly not least, our favorite crazy girl.
Oh my goodness, I'll take it. I have been Right, the Malkavian. I'm Samantha McLarty, and you can find me on Adjacent by Night with Zach and Lex. Like Zach said, if anybody wants to guest, storytellers, if you want to guest as NPCs, let us know. We'll have you on. I do lots of things. We've just started recording London's Bleeding, so I've been reprising my role as Lillian Crawford, the Ventrue, on that one, and that's been a lot of fun. And other things, I don't know. If you ask me to play in a game, I'm gonna say yes. So just follow socials at Just S McLarty. Surely it's somewhere. There's a link tree. You can just check that out. And you'll see all the fun stuff that I do. I'm really bad at fucking outros. Thank you again, Matt, for playing. You have been a delight. This is my first game playing with you, and I loved it. You're wonderful. That's it. Just next, please. I'm really bad at this, guys.
And I am Matt Stormcrow on Twitter and Twitch and TikTok, all the 3 T's. So you can look me up on there. And I am also the lead storyteller at Jackalope Live Action Studios. If you want to check out our events, especially the Night in Question, which is a Sabbat game coming up this September.
And I was Lex. My internet is going in and out, so I may or may not freeze. Thank you, Matt, for jumping in and doing your outro when I was getting Lasombred over here. Christina. You can find me in places. I do stuff. Find me on the social medias and on OnlyFans and all that good stuff as a redhead vixen. As we like to sign off on Adjacent by Night, buy Lex's book.
Buy Lex's book. And play the Night in Question. I'm going to be there. Zach's going to be there. Lex will hopefully be there.
I'm thinking about being there. Wait.
We'll find out.
You have to
be determined.
And as always, a special thank you to Same Page Media for doing all of our photography, all of our photo editing, all of our sound mixing, all of the stuff that I am infinitely too dumb to figure out how to do. If you want soundscapes or soundtracks or anything like that, feel free to reach out to them on Twitter or Instagram. Otherwise, thank you all, as always, for an amazing and ridiculous session, and I can't wait to see you all again next week. So that's it for us. Have a good night.